going on over there?
Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box? Oh, what's in the box?
Not until you give me the
What's
gun.
in the box? No! No!
What's up, guys? Happy Friday night. Welcome in. How's everyone doing tonight? I know Chad and Eric are probably still going. Don't know if any of you recognize that from my thumbnail. I don't know if you guys know what movie that was from. DJ Beacon kind of spoiled it in the chat there, but when I thought about the box thing, I was like, I better just go ahead and put that in there. That's one of my favorite Brad Pitt moments in all of movie history. So, how's it going? How's everyone doing tonight? Guy Davis, welcome in. Guy just recently found my channel, and he's been commenting on a lot of my videos. Guy, it's great to hear from you. You know, a lot of stuff you've been talking about on my video, on my videos, the comments. It's all good information for me. Stuff I like to hear about you guys and learn about you guys. So, thanks for coming in. Scott, how you doing? Jeffrey Wack, welcome in. Brian Walsh, how are you doing? DJ Beacon, of course. Ryan Fowler, good to see you. Thank you all so much for coming in. I've got quite a few packages, as you can see. So one of these I have open already because I was a meetup with the owner of one of the companies here. But there's a lot of stuff, a lot of packages I waited to open. You know how hard it is to wait to open whiskey delivery packages? It's nearly impossible. So it was really hard to do. But a lot of stuff in store tonight. So I figure what I'll start with is I actually got a package from a company called Aged and Or. So Aged and Or. And they actually make a whiskey glass. It's actually called the Duo Whiskey Glass. And they reached out to me. They said, hey, you know, would you be all right with us sending you a couple glasses? I was like, heck yeah. I mean, that was like the first time I've ever had anyone recommend like sending something to me. You know, it was an incredible moment for me. I mean, obviously my channel's not that big yet, but that was really cool to me. So that's what I want to start with first, and that's this big box. They told me, now I haven't gone into it yet, but they told me they included a couple extra glasses for giveaways possibly. So if that's true, I'm definitely going to be giving away at least one glass tonight to you guys. So looks like we got more popping in now. Christine Deems, how you doing? Miguel Torres, Ben Stahl, welcome in. ADHD Fishing, good to see you. Whiskey Ace. Yeah, definitely hard to not pop a bottle when you get it. That is absolutely for sure. Absolutely for sure. Whiskey Ace, you're right. It was the first time that's ever happened. So actually, Scott at My Bourbon Journey, he told me to, you know, like try to reach out to a couple places locally and just see if they'd give me like a couple samples, you know, to review. And I'm glad he suggested that because just getting to know these people, I have a lot of plans coming up now to do distillery tours with these places in like Detroit. So only a couple hours away from where I live. I'm actually going to be doing next weekend, hopefully doing some filming with a couple distillery tours, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm meeting actually the Bourbon Junkies. I'm sure some of you know the Bourbon Junkies on YouTube, and we're gonna do a Valentine's distillery tour. They're located right outside of Detroit. That's gonna be really, really fun. So I'm really looking forward to that myself. What's everyone drinking tonight? So I have got a bottle I did a while ago on a live stream. See if we can get it to focus. Wild Turkey Rare Breed. This is much better than the original neck pour I had out of this, that's for sure. It has opened up quite a bit. Whiskey Ace around Detroit Labor Day weekend, very nice. I'll have to see what my plans are. Maybe I can we can meet up, do something. I can make a trip out there. Now that the Detroit Tigers are starting, I've been wanting an excuse to go out to a Tigers game. So if you might be around that time, we'll see if they have any games. Maybe we can catch one. Oh, this Wild Turkey Rare Breed is so good. Oh, goodness. I just reviewed a Russell's Reserve on my channel, and man, the Rare Breed is very similar. I mean, I get more, honestly, like more oak and not as much sweetness on the Rare Breed. And from looking up and researching a little bit on the Russell's Reserve single barrel, it's usually like on average about 9 years. So, and they say the Rare Breed is about 6 to 8 years. So kind of interesting, but I definitely get more of a rich wood note in the Rare Breed. Buffalo Trace, Elijah Craig Small Batch in the Cocktail Guy says, good choices. Good choices. All right. So I think I'll start with box number 1 here. Now, it is the biggest box, so I put some glasses out in front here. I got to make sure I don't break those. Scotch Comic, welcome in. Capn MakeItHappn, thank you so much for coming. Don't get in an accident driving on the way home. Capn MakeItHappn actually sent me one of these packages, and I have no idea what's in it. So I am really, really excited to get into it, and I'm hoping he's going to be around. He looks like he's driving, so that's going to be difficult. But I'm really looking forward to that box because supposedly it might have some Texas whiskey, which is where he's from. I have not had any experience with Texas whiskey yet, so yes. All right. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's start. See if I can get it in focus a little bit here for you guys. So I don't know what they sent me here at all. Absolutely. Christmas in March, guy. You're absolutely right. This is fantastic. Ooh-wee! They definitely sent some extra glasses, guys. So I think I may have some stuff to do a giveaway. Santa Cruz, and welcome in. Pressman, good to see you. Lewis Keene, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, Lewis. We're going to start out reviewing aged in ore. Now, these are called the dual glasses. So there's the box for you. I mean, this packaging is very nice. I'm going to pull up a little like hype video that they put out for you guys too, but goodness gracious, they gave me 4 of them. How about that? Sharing means caring, guys. Sharing means caring. Oh my word. What in the heck? Alright, this must be... Get this box out of here. This must be the 4-pack. I can't even get that in frame. 4-pack. Now I'll let the video show you a little bit of information before I unpackage these and talk about them a little bit. So let me switch over here, guys. Alright, so, I mean, they don't show you too much in there. It gives you a little brief intro into the glasses, but on Amazon they have these. They actually have a website for these too, so there's a lot of stuff on these glasses. I'm really curious to see how they compare. Just looking at them, they look like the Norling glasses a little bit. Now, I'm not sure if the Norling glasses are hand-blown or not. Scott, how you doing? G-Man, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Mark Brown. Thank you guys all so much for coming. So the duo glasses from Aged in Ore. This is very nice packaging and presentation. I'll say that. And I'll switch over to Amazon to show you guys the page a little bit in a little bit here, but I think I might have opened them the wrong way. Nope, I didn't. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, the lighting. So they're in a nice 4-pack there, well padded, well packaged. Brandon Weiss says yes, the Norling glasses are hand blown. Yep. Yes, that is one of the great things Whiskey Ace about these glasses is they have little markings for each ounce. And also a really nice thing about these, I'm sorry if this is loud in the mic, guys. They all come with little individual ice molds as well. So these are ice molds that fit right in the glasses, and I'll go ahead and take one out of the package here for you. Grab a glass, because I got to try with whiskey. Very nice. They're very light, which I assume the Norland glasses are probably like that too, but these are quite light. But yet they seem like they'd be pretty sturdy. It's not like it, because that was always the thing I heard about with Norland glasses. I don't actually have one myself, but I heard that they would break easy or chip easy, and even like with dropping an ice cube in it. And these are nice little molds too. Big mold, but yeah, fits right in the glass there. So pretty nice. So they call this the Duo glass because it's kind of a hybrid glass. Now it's a hybrid between a cocktail glass and a neat glass. Brandon-wise, I'm going to pull up the website in a second here and we'll go over it. And I'll probably do a full review on this eventually, guys, but I just wanted to unbox this and talk about it a little bit. It's very similar, I think, price-wise to what the Norland glasses are. I'll just switch over now since I kind of showed you the glass a little bit, but first impressions, it looks nice. We got to get some whiskey in it and find out how it compares, but let me clear a little space here. And I'll switch over to the website. So this is the Aged Or website here. So there's that same video we just, talked about and played here. So it looks like a 2-pack of these, which also comes with 2 ice molds, are $48. And then the 4-pack, $78 with four ice ball molds. So this is a pretty relatively new company, just from talking to the owner who emailed me. Brandon Weiss says, yeah, $50 for a set of 2 with for the Norland glasses. So, okay, they are sub that. That's good to know. He emailed me about it, and they actually had a Kickstarter for this and raised like a whole bunch of money, like I think almost $200,000 or something like that. So a huge amount of money they raised on this. And I mean, just on visual appearance, they look very similar to what the Norland glasses are, just with the exception of those ounce, markings on the glass. I'm not sure about the Norland's glass on this, but it also, this is used for hot drinks as well as cold. So I assume it'd be the same with the Norland's glass, but very nice packaging though, very nice presentation. The glasses seem pretty solid. Here's the Amazon page. So yeah, I mean, I doubt the Norland's comes with the ice molds either. Just a kind of a nice add-on, I guess, if you will. But to me, it seems pretty nice on first glance. I never bought a Norland's glass just because of the price, honestly. Like when I did my whiskey glass review, it was so expensive for those. I was like, I can't do it. I got almost all the rest of my glasses for, like nearly the same price of a set of 2 of the Norland's glasses. So now that I've got this glass, though, I may add on a couple, do a part 2 of the whiskey glass review, because I've had a couple people mention that to me, that there's a lot of other glasses out there now, and then I should kind of go back into it and see what else is out there. Brandon Weiss says, Norland's glasses cannot have ice in them, otherwise they'll break. Yeah. And, I mean, this is made specifically for it, because it comes with the ice mold, so I guess that's kind of nice, I just popped this old Ezra 7 the other day during another round with Scotch Test Dummies and all the whiskey tubers, and it was decent out of the neck pour, but I wasn't really overly impressed. I think it needed a little bit of time to open up, so I'm gonna try that in the glass here. Now, I'm not as big of a cocktail guy, obviously, and I don't usually add ice personally to my drinks, but every once in a while I like a good old-fashioned, so. So I've got the Tribeca glass as the other one here. I mean, not too much of a difference nose-wise. I was worried with how wide the opening is on here. It looks like it's, wider than the Tribeca. And sometimes I even have trouble getting good notes off the Tribeca glass alone. But it's really not that bad. I mean, it's pretty much just a wider Glencairn because it is curved at the top and lips out like that. And that was kind of one of the benefits, was to kind of, get rid of those alcohol vapors so you can get just more of the subtleties of the whiskey. Oh, Press, man, too bad you haven't, because I bought 2 of these bottles, and everyone just raves about the Old Ezra 7. Like I said, I wasn't that impressed with the first one, but I mean, Eric Waite loves that whiskey. Speaking of Eric, welcome in. Well, the whiskey tastes a lot better than than what, 3-4 days ago. It's amazing. Even in 3 or 4 days, it can open up a lot. Rich caramel, rich vanilla. Now this is 58.5%, so it's not really low proof-wise. Aged 7 years, but 7 years to me really isn't that bad bourbon-wise. Anything over 12 is where we get a little iffy. I mean, the Knob Creek barrel picks I've had have been awesome. You know, that are 14 typically are the ones I try to seek out. Not bad. You know, I think for me personally, I would prefer this as a cocktail glass. And with the markings on the glass, though, I think it'd be a great cocktail glass. And obviously with the ice mold coming with it, I mean, it's probably made, I would guess, tailored more towards that versus drinking neat. But I think it's just a little too wide for me compared to like a Glencairn, which Glencairn's even, you know, more narrow than a Tribeca glass. So, hey Chad, I just popped the Old Ezra 7 barrel proof. This is my second pour out of it, so my first pour was not, I wasn't that impressed with it, but second pour much better. Started out with the good old Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Thanks for coming over. Nice, very nice live stream with Eric. Love watching you guys all the time. Eric, these were actually sent to me, but I wrote back to him and I was like, I'm happy. I mean, this is my first time I've ever had someone reach out to me about sending me something, and I wrote back to him. I was like, I'm happy to, you know, take your products. I would love that. It'd be incredible. But just full disclosure, I'm going to be honest about the glasses and what I think of them. So if you want to take the risk, you can. And they sent them out. So, and they're like, yeah, we'll send some extras to do giveaways. So I'm excited for that. I mean, I think it's very similar to the New Orleans glass, with the exception of having the markings. I'm not sure the weight on the New Orleans glasses. These are 5.6 ounces, it said. So you guys can look that up and compare that, I guess. But not too bad. I definitely think I'll be using this as a cocktail glass. I think I'll stick with the old Glencairn probably for my neat drinks. But cocktail glass for sure. And I mean, they're gorgeous looking glasses. So, yeah. I'm pretty impressed with it. All right. Should we go into package number 2? We've already gone through 20 minutes. Goodness here. All right, let's see. I think package number 2, I want to go into Capn MakeItHappn's box he sent. So that is this one here. And I have no idea what's in this one, guys. The only thing he told me was that he wrapped them very tightly, and he used like electrical tape. So it might be difficult to get into, is what he said. Oh, wow, Brandon. The New Orleans glasses are 4.4 ounces. Okay, wow. So that's a big difference. So I guess that makes sense why they're just breaking all the time then. Yeah, DJ Beacon, you're kind of right. It is a little thick. I always love how people package their packages that get sent to me. Everyone does it differently. Very safe with the paper. Oh, he's nice little... This is much more neat than what my boxes always look like when I send stuff. Holy cow, he hooked me up. Capn Make It Happen. He is making it happen. Looks like 8 of them there. Fantastic. You are the man. All right. Now, each of these are individually wrapped. He did say, when he was talking to me about how he may send me some peated stuff, because he saw my Ardbeg 10 review, and then I bought the Ugadel a while back, and I really like the peated stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what's in here. I really don't know. I'm going to have to get scissors. Normally I try to keep my... where did I put those? Here they are. I try to keep my bubble wrap as nice as I can in case I need to send, you know, samples out or whatever. So Compass Box No Name. One I don't know anything about. So any of my Scotch heads out there can talk to me about that. Compass Box No Name. I know Compass Box has an incredible reputation in the Scotch community, so I'm sure it's going to be delicious. All right, sample number 2. Ooh, Iron Root Harbinger 2018. One I've been wanting to get really, really bad. Thank you so much for that one. That one just won some awards at like one of the world whiskey competitions. Robert Licorice and his group over there. I mean, everyone talks such good stuff about Iron Root. I'm really excited to try that one. Scott said Compass Box is most peated. Excellent, excellent. I may have to do a side-by-side with the Ardbeg, see if it's more than that or a different type of peat. He said he was going to send some peated stuff. What a guy. What a guy he is. It's truly Christmas, Brian. It's truly Christmas. This is like, I'm like a child. I'm like a child on the 24th, 25th of December. That's how this is right now. Sample number 3. Ooh, Barrel Bourbon Batch 10. Now, he talked to me about this one a little bit. He mentioned this one was based in Michigan somewhat. I don't really know anything about it, honestly, but he said it was based in Michigan. Maybe if he can throw something in there about that. There's a Barrel Bourbon single barrel cask strength local to me right now that it's like $109, but man, people love their barrel stuff. So I may have to see if I can get my hands on that. Sorry, guys. Dustin says it's No Name is Ardbeg. Oh, okay. Just a more heavily peated Ardbeg. Dan says the same thing. Nice. Balcones Single Malt TW Pick, 53%. Very nice. Very nice. Another one I have not had. Another Texas distillery I've not tried any of their expressions on. But everyone talks such good things about Balcones. So I reached out to them too, but no response. Yeah, Balcones is a big company now at this point. So. All right, sample number 5. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, guys, but this is Andalusia Whiskey Co. Revelent Oak. Now, that's something I know nothing about. Is that another Texas distillery? Andalusia? I think it is. I've heard people mention Andalusia. I talked to Josh Galladay at Cask Strength, and I'm pretty sure that was one he said is quite good. Man, you really got the hookup. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John. Dustin says, No Name is an older Ardbeg, so not so much peat. Okay. I wonder what the age is on the No Name compared to like the 10, you know? Or maybe they don't have an age statement on it, but Compass Box, so many people talk such good things about Compass Box. All right. Another Balcones. This is Balcones Pot Still Bourbon. Very nice. Pot still. So we'll see if that changes the flavor at all. Now, the most recent pot still experience I've had has been with Irish whiskey. And that has a very distinctive grain note. So I'm curious if that's going to hold true to bourbon too. We'll see. Shout out to 45 of you in the chat, by the way. Thank you so much for all coming in. I think that's probably one of the highest numbers I've had. So thank you all. Thank you all. I wasn't sure with the unboxing if people would be interested in something like this. Obviously, to me, it's very interesting, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm trying to keep this away from the microphone, guys. I'm sorry, but... Richie Z, those are definitely some nice samples. He hooked me up big time. Absolutely. Another Andalusia product. So this is Andalusia Whiskey Co. Striker. Striker. That sounds good. Again, I know nothing about Andalusia, but I'm going to definitely be doing some research after this. Man, oh man. Capn MakeItHappn, I know you're driving, but is there one you would want me to try tonight on stream? One you think I should start with? If there's a way you could answer that. Otherwise, I want to try at least one of them. One of the Texas ones, preferably, but because I've never had any Texas whiskey. Let's see. This is Treaty Oak Ghost Hill Bourbon. Treaty Oak. I don't think I've ever even heard of that. Is that another local to you, or is that a Treaty Oak? Sounds tasty. Sounds tasty. Eric, you're absolutely right. It's just like Christmas. It's just Christmas in March. I'll take 2 Christmases. That's fine. I won't complain. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Capn MakeItHappn. Thank you. I mean, 8 samples. Oh, I can't wait to get into this. I like trying these on live stream, but you sent 2-ounce samples too. I mean, I can do some reviews and live stream. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Rock Gut Review, thanks for coming in. They say the Striker is pretty great. I thought you only tried bad whiskey. If you guys haven't checked out Rock Gut Review, go check them out. They're putting out great stuff. They try bad whiskeys, and it's really interesting. Really interesting. Outside of Austin, Andalusias in Texas, both are smoked. Ooh, okay. Now, they say Texas has a little bit of a smoky flavor anyway, so I'm wondering if, you know, like kind of a mesquite, burnt wood type of note, I guess. I've never had it, so I'll go ahead and try one of the Andalusias then, because I want to try at least one of them. I'll try the Andalusia Revenant Oak. Let's try that one. Now, he did say he electrical taped these, so I apologize if I struggle like Eric does to get wax off of the bottles, but goodness gracious. Just gotta use your teeth. That's what God gave them to you for. All right. Let me get a fresh glass here. Texas whiskey, guys. This is my first dive into Texas whiskey. I don't know what to expect. It was like when I first went into Irish, I was just like, oh, this could be anything. You don't know what it's gonna be like. It's exciting. I'll keep about half the bottle. All right, Andalusia Whiskey Co. Revenant Oak. Now, I don't know anything about this. If they distribute, if it's only local, but I'm curious. Let's check it out. Ooh, wow, that is very unique. That smells more like a Scotch on the nose, honestly. Yeah, if I just on nose, I would guess that was a more of a Scotch profile than a bourbon profile. And maybe it is. All it says is Revenant Oak. Could be. That's definitely got to be a Scotch. Captain, that's got to be a Scotch, right? It definitely tastes smoky, like a Islay. I was saying Islay the whole time last stream, and nobody corrected me. Nobody corrected me, and you should have, because now I'm gonna look like an idiot on the VOD. So, no, this definitely has some peat in it, or smokiness. I would definitely say this is Scotch for sure. It's light too. If you look at the color, it's quite light. Boy, that's good. Thank goodness I like that Scotch profile. That's good. I'm liking it. Thank you all for coming in tonight. I mean, I know you could be watching the March Madness. I'm a big basketball guy. I played all throughout high school, so but I'd much rather hang out with you guys. It's a great time hanging out. Isla is that sounds like a country. Islay, Eric says. No. I don't know. I've heard it both ways. Maybe not, but Oh, Chad. UK. Ah, they've been so good for so long. Got to get some of these Michigan teams to start winning. I mean, Tom Izzo's always good with the Spartans in the Final Four, but Joseph, is your wife a hygienist? She is. How did you know that? She is, actually. Yeah, dental hygienist. Yeah. She's constantly all over me about my teeth. You know what that bourbon's gonna do to your teeth? That's gonna stain your teeth all the time. I don't want to say it, Chad. I always say Louisville, but I know it's not right. I know it's not right. I've heard that. But I'm a tourist when I go there, so. I don't say Louisville, though. That's better than that, right? Louisville. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Louisville. Sam, get out of here. She sounds like a good woman. Come on. Yeah, she's just looking out for me. I know. But, I mean, fortunately for me, I've always had great teeth. Scott, that's the problem. I drink a whole bunch of coffee, too. Every morning I have like a pot of coffee in the morning. Yeah. So, I mean, the coffee, the bourbon, it's, luckily I've had great teeth, though. I never had to have braces, but the old nectar from the gods might be starting to wear me down a little bit. Louisville, Brian says. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Guy, I could just go to get my teeth whitened. That's true. Very true. Scott, I get it. Before work, in about an hour span, I just drink a whole, like, eight cups. They're not real cups based on what the coffee pot says. I guarantee that. But 8 cups of coffee, so. All right, we better go on to package number 3 here. I've got quite a few to go here, so. Let's start with this one. Christmas in March! Now this is actually from Grand Traverse Distillery, and they hooked me up. I mean, they hooked me up big time. They sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bottles, and some of them are big bottles here. So I haven't looked too much into the distillery details. I talked to the owner for like 5 minutes while I was at work, so I couldn't get in too much about it. But I'll be putting out full reviews of all their products for you guys. Let me just get them out of the box here. But they've got a whole bunch of different expressions. And if you watched my my live stream last week with cast strength reviews, I actually reviewed this one, which is an Islay Rye, which I had never heard of in my entire life. I mean, an Islay Rye. So it's got the peat, and it's got the rye notes. So this was, on the back it said, it's 80% rye, 20% peated malted barley. But when I tried this, to be fair, we were drinking like Ardbeg 10, Ardbeg Ugadale. So I couldn't taste like the peat at all, hardly at all. But when I tried this, it was very young, tasted very young. But they sent me a whole bunch of stuff, so let me space these out a little bit. So talking to Kent Ravish is the name of the owner. They were like the 20th distillery, I think he said, in like the entire nation. Sorry if I'm wrong. To get their distilling license. And the nice thing about Grand Traverse Distillery is they do all local grain. So all their grain is local to Michigan, which is really nice. They don't source any of their whiskey at all. I mean, that being said, it's probably all quite young and needs a lot more time. I can't remember who it was that told me. It may have even been Scott that said he tried some of the Grand Traverse distilling products, and like you said, it just needed more time. More time. But let me show you what they sent me at least. So this is the first one here. This is called Old George Whiskey, and this is 100% rye whiskey. 100%. Dr. David Ragland says, 1 coffee, 1 scotch, 1 bourbon, 1 beer. You got it, bud. You got it. They are based in Traverse City, Lewis Keene, but there's also a Traverse City distilling company. So there's 2 different distilleries in Traverse City. So I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but the second one is actually the same thing. So it's Old George whiskey, but it's double barrel. Now this is double barrel, same thing. It's 100% rye whiskey, so I'm expecting a lot of like, it's got to be nice and dry. I would I would think being 100% rye. All non-chill filtered though, no age statement, of course. It is straight rye whiskey, meaning it should be at least 2 years old. You know, I mean that's what the straight means usually. So the third they sent me, which, you know, I'm not a big flavored whiskey guy, but I'll drink this whole bottle because it was given to me, absolutely. So this is a cherry flavored whiskey, which is going to be excellent, I'm sure, in cocktails. I mean, old fashions, I'm definitely going to be trying this. Extremely dark color. This comes in at 80 proof only. No real details on here about it, but they did, the cherries they use, again, are all local to Michigan. So again, that's very, very nice. Kind of supporting the local economy here, I guess, if you will. I talked about the Islay Rye already. And then the last one is just their bourbon whiskey. Now this is 46 proof. Label's a little crooked there. 46 proof. Again, no age statement. They do use, it says small batches, 53-gallon barrels to make this. Again, this is probably pretty young. It is, again, straight bourbon whiskey, so 2 years at least, and I'm guessing it's probably around that age, you know. I'll do a full review on all these for you guys, but it was incredibly nice of them to provide this for me. I mean, it was awesome, and meeting Kent and talking to him, it was really cool and really interesting to hear his thoughts on the microdistillery world and what people are doing with the microdistilleries these days, sourcing everything, not using any local grains, anything. He had a lot of thoughts on that, so I would love to interview him and talk to him about that specifically. I think that'd be really cool, so I am really looking forward to that too. Capn MakeItHappn says the Revenant Oak is a Texas single malt that's peat smoked 50%. Got it. Yeah, I could see that. Absolutely. That's good though. That is good. It's a different type of smoke than what you would find in like an Ardbeg, you know, or a smoked peated Scotch. I don't know if you guys saw, I just ordered one of my own sweatshirts today. These finally came in. I'm loving this. I got an extra large because I always sleep in sweatshirts. So comfy. I'm loving this. Thank you so much, Capn MakeItHappn. Again, I can't thank you enough for this. I told him anything he wants from behind me, he's welcome to. Just let me know. Now the other Andalusia you sent, Striker. I'm curious if that's another one that's kind of malted or peated, because that stuff's good. Scott. Okay, you know what I meant. I sleep in my bed as well. I just sleep with the sweatshirt too. Thanks, Chad. All right, let's go to package number, oh gosh, 4. Let's move on. Now, I don't know if he's still in here, but Scott from My Bourbon Journey just reviewed these on his channel. Dustin, I don't like the sheets. Just the comfort is good for me. Oh, Richie, the Glencairns are actually on giftsonglass.net /Bourbinsane. It's in the description below on the channel, on the video here, if you want to check it out. Shout out to Christine Deans, by the way, for buying one of my glasses. That was awesome to see on Discord today, so thank you very much for that. Sorry, Scott from My Bourbon Journey just reviewed these, and this is from, let me open the box first, because this is going to be loud, probably. Ah! All right. Now they, oh, packing peanuts. Very nice. There's one. 2 bottles. Very nice. Striker is a single malt smoked with oak, mesquite, and applewood, just like Texas barbecue. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. All right, so Scott just reviewed these on his channel, and this is from Big River Distilling Company, and they looks like they sent 2 bottles. So they have a bourbon expression and a rye expression they have. So again, I have the website here to show you guys. Let me switch over. So starting over, this is what they call their Blue Note bourbon. Eric, absolutely, it feels like my birthday, that's for sure. Absolutely. Blue Note bourbon. So I'll just scroll down here a little bit. Non-chill filtered. This comes in at 93 proof. They hand bottle all these bottles. Scott's review, My Bourbon Journey, was great. Watching his review of these 2 products is really what made me reach out to this company and see if they would be willing to send me some bottles to try too, because everything he described in that was right up my alley. They are based in Memphis, Tennessee. Non-chill filtering. The actual bourbon, the Blue Note bourbon, is 9 years aged. So I mean that's pretty good. 9 years. I believe it is sourced from, I think they say, a Tennessee distillery. So I don't think they specify where or what that is. Most likely it's probably George Dickel is my guess. But it's pretty cool. The website's nice here. They give some information on it. Hand bottled for everything. So pretty interesting. If I could ever get these open, I'll see if I could just show you guys the bottles. Let me switch back over. So they did a number packaging these bad boys up, which you have to do. You have to be careful, you know, when you're sending stuff. But all right, here we go. Number 1. Oh, I thought it was done. All right. Oh, wow, that's a gorgeous looking bottle. So bottle number 1 there, Blue Note bourbon, 93 proof. If my camera would ever focus. So it has the 9 years right on the front there. 9 years, batch number 5 bottle, 4,111, 93 proof, product of Tennessee. Eric, yeah. This is pretty much turning into a bubble wrap video. I'm sure there's so much bubble wrap audio in the background. It's ridiculous. So I apologize for that, but all the notes Scott described in these bourbons sounded so good. The brown sugar. I try not to watch other people review stuff because I like to find out for myself, but when he reached out to them, or when he got these bottles and reviewed them at least, I had to try to get some for myself. Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. And then the second bottle, Riverset Straight Rye Whiskey. So again, this Riverset Straight Rye Whiskey, same thing, 93 proof. This is 3 years age stated. Batch number 2 bottle, 1284. Again, product of Tennessee. So 3 years, I mean, but again, in the rye world, that's usually more. Rye tends to age faster than bourbon does. So I would think that they're gonna, it'll probably hold up pretty well, you know. Get these in view for you guys. I'm really excited to try those though. I may have to crack open the bourbon tonight because man, when Scott described that sounded so good. Dustin said, if you haven't seen If you haven't seen Further Than Others, it's by standing upon other shoulders of giants, Isaac Newton. Yeah, it's okay to see others' reviews. I know. I just try not to. I used to watch everybody's review all the time, nonstop. And then when I started the channel, I wanted to, I knew they put out a review of something I was going to hopefully review myself. I tried not to. But it's tough to do because in Michigan, it's tough to get bottles. So the distribution is very difficult. And I usually get bottles after other people have already reviewed them, which is tough. So yeah, I think I am gonna crack this Blue Note bourbon because I'm really curious about it. Now that I tried like a Scotch-based product, I'm curious if it's gonna throw off my palate a little bit. But Jimmy Daniels asked, do you know the distribution area and cost of Blue Note bourbon? I do know the cost. So the cost of the Blue Note bourbon itself is about $50 to $55 retail. And the rye is actually a lot cheaper. It's like, I think around 35-ish for the rye. So not too bad. And if I was to guess, it's probably local to Tennessee area. That's my guess. I mean, they didn't mention any distribution specifically, but I would definitely think around Tennessee area you could at least find it. And a lot of people, like, you know, get upset about a sourced whiskey, but I don't really have a problem with it. As long as it's a good sourced whiskey and they do a good job blending it or whatever they decide to do to make their small batch, like, I don't have a problem with that at all. Let's get the cork pop right in the mic here. Kind of disappointing. At least on my end. Looks so good. Richie asks, have you had Smooth Ambler Old Scout? I have not, Richie. Not one I see that often here in Michigan, honestly. Oh, that cork. A lot of people, it's like a love or hate thing with Smooth Ambler, I feel like. I had the Contradiction when I was in Kentucky, and it was decent. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go seek out a bottle of it. It's about $55, I think, for the Contradiction locally. So I wouldn't really seek out a bottle of that price, but it was decent. I mean, it was okay. Ooh. Yeah, that literally just smells like a nice classic bourbon. Eric. Can always count on Eric for at least one or two of those. Kind of disappointing on my end. At least on my end. That's what she said. Richie, a lot of people love the single barrels, though. They really do. They love those single barrels. Brown sugar, vanilla ice cream is what it smells like. It's definitely got oak in the background there. Boy, that smells good. 93 proof, it actually, on the first pour at least. Sometimes I get more proof on the first pour out of these bottles sometimes. It smells a little bit higher proof than that on the nose. Scott says he likes the Contradiction over Smooth Ambler. Good to know. Yeah, if I ever find a bottle, I'll give it a try, you know. Yeah, Richie, vanilla ice cream's a good early sign. That's right. Sometimes it's nice to let these open up a little bit, but that's good. That is good. That's nice and solid. Yeah. The non-chill filtering is nice. I think that adds to this. It coats the mouth very nicely. Very creamy and rich. I'm going to have to look up distribution on this, guys. It doesn't say on their website here. The website kind of very bare bones. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook, it says, you know, but it doesn't say distribution. And I saw someone earlier, I apologize, said they live in Nashville and they have not seen it. Lewis Keene said that. He hasn't seen it around Nashville area, so maybe it's not. Maybe they're not distributing that much. That's good. That's good. I think it's going to get even better when it opens up a little bit, too. I got to be careful how I stroke these, these bottles. It's a very phallic-shaped bottle here. Yeah, it's good. As far as the bourbon goes, it's very good. I like it. I think I'm going to hold off on the rye for now. I keep sliding these bottles over. I'm going to hold off on the rye, and I'll get into that later. Definitely a good call to do the non-chill filtering on this, because if they hadn't, I think it would be very thin. Oh gosh, Chad, that's a very tough question. I mean, honestly, I watched one of your guys' live streams a couple weeks ago or whatever, and it was the 1920 we were talking about. The bottle I have, though, I think was from last year. So you said some of the more recent bottles are not as good with the 1920. Every day, that's like my go-to delicious, can always count on it bottle. So I love that. But best bourbon of 2018, I listed it myself as the George T. Stagg. I put out a best bourbons of 2018 video end of last year, and I only had a sample of the George T. Stagg, so I don't know where it was in the bottle, you know, first time out of the bottle or like midway down, but that was really, really good to me. I'm still trying to accumulate higher end bottles, so I'm hoping to get my hands on some higher end stuff this year, and my 2019 best bourbons is going to be a lot more extensive, I'm hoping. Boy, I like this. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Chad. The 1920 is definitely the best thing they make. The 1910, a lot of people like, and I've heard some people say it's as good as the 1920, but I don't agree. I got pretty much one strong note from the 1910, and I'll be putting that review out very soon. So, Brian Brennicky says the 2018 is between the George T. Stagg and the C918. That's another great one. The C918 was really good. Some people do not like the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs, but for me, for my money, I mean, 60-ish bucks, I think state minimum is in Michigan. Come on, you cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. Capn MakeItHappn says it's too desserty for him. Are you talking about the 1910 or the 1920? 1910 is very desserty. I get a lot of what I describe as a caramel-covered green apple. I'll just say it now, spoil the whole review, but that's pretty much what the whole review is, so I don't worry about it. But that's the big note I get in it. I mean, that caramel apple note, and that's kind of one-noted to me. Yeah, the 1910, yep. Brian, I've been trying to get my hands on the new Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the A119. No luck yet, but my local guy said he's gonna, when he gets it, he's gonna let me know. So I'm really hoping. I've heard mixed reviews on people who have had it though. Some seem to like it, some don't. So we'll see. But I mean, for the last 2 years, I think the C batches have been the most well-rounded, the best, the most well-balanced between all the batches. A and B, depending on which one, I either get a lot of oak or a lot of, I guess, like smoothness, like very smooth. But C has always been so well balanced. Yeah, Brian, like I said, Michigan just doesn't get the good stuff. I don't know what it is. We just don't get the distribution as quickly as some other states, I guess. Yeah. Chad says A119 is butter, so good. That's funny you say that, because the Bourbon Junkies just reviewed it on their channel the other day on a live stream, and he described it as nothing but like pure oak. Pure oak. And I don't know how far down the bottle again it was, but I mean, pure butter sounds pretty good to me, so. All right, let's go into our last package here, because we're getting close to quitting time here. Now, this is a package from patron Christopher David. This was a bottle I was looking for a while, and I couldn't find it locally. He lives on the border of 2 states, so he gets kind of the best of both worlds when it comes to that. And boy, he knows how to package stuff well too. But he reached out to me about this, and I said, yeah, absolutely, I definitely want to get a bottle of this. Now I paid for this bottle, of course, so. But this is one I've watched a lot of other people talk about, and it's not a bourbon. It's not a bourbon. So I'm sorry, Chad, but maybe Scott and Eric will appreciate this one. Oh, Chris, I didn't know this. He hooked me up with some samples too. What a guy. The whiskey community is just incredible. Just incredible. Thank you so much. I don't have any idea what he sent me, but that's so nice of him to do that. So I did not pay for the samples, of course. Ardbeg Grooves. Ooh, that's another what do they call those? Ardbeg only. Eric, I'm sorry. What is it called where it's just the distillery only release or whatever? Ardbeg Grooves, very nice. Matt, thanks for jumping in. Good to see you. I tried some, Matt from Whiskey Crusaders is here. If you guys haven't checked him out, go check him out. But I tried some Andalusia Whiskey Co. Revenant Oak. And it's really good. I really like that. Committee release. Thank you. Thank you, John. Committee release. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Ardbeg Dark Cove. Another one I watch a lot of people review, and I've really been wanting to try. Oh, man. Incredible. Thank you so much. And the last sample is Lafroig 10 Cask Strength, Batch 10. Ooh. Now, this is my first dive into Lafroig. First dive into Lafroig. So I'm really curious to see how it compares to the Ardbeg. So you guys might be able to see where this is going with the bottle I got in this package here. 2 Ardbeg samples. Packaging right on point. Scott says, don't drink the Dark Cove, nothing will be as good. I looked for a bottle of that too, but I didn't want to pay like secondary prices to try to get one. Oh, Eric. Oh, she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous in person. Oh. 52%. That's what I like to see. I can't wait. Now I've got the Ardbeg 10, Ardbeg, Ugadel, and the drum now. Man. I've officially started down a Scotch road, I think, guys. I think I've started. Bourbon will always be my special place in my heart, though. That sweetness you get in bourbon is just incredible. Dustin, I'm sorry. I did too. I reached out to all my local places, nothing. Supposedly they were getting it too, but what a man. What a man, what a man. Interesting, look at this. On the side of the bottle it says like tasting notes. Let's see if that focuses. Briny notes and banana notes. Interesting. Committee edition. Awesome. Pineapple notes. Very nice. Awesome, guys. I had a great time hanging out. This was awesome. I mean, this was literally like Christmas to me. Christmas, Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all in one day. This was incredible. Dustin. Hey, when I pop the bottle, it might be a little while still, but I'll take care of you. Don't worry. From what Eric says, it's quite fruity, so that sounds kind of nice. Yeah, Brian, I think the stash will last for a week or two, probably. Maybe a week or two, we'll see. But this was awesome hanging out, guys. I love these Friday nights with you guys, and I'm loving seeing new names coming in here all the time. Neckpour, that's my first time seeing you. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. It is Ardbeg Day, absolutely. Absolutely. Scotch Comic, you got it. I definitely will. Ooh, I almost forgot. Let's give away a glass. Let's give away one of these duo glasses. So this, again, a combination between a rocks glass and a neat glass. And one of these alone is about 25 bucks. So let's think of a question. Let's think of a question for you guys. All right. Okay. So I had an intro video to the stream today. What movie was that intro video from? I know someone mentioned it in chat earlier, but I want to see who gets to it first. Go. Mike M, it's similar to a New Orleans glass, yes. Called the Duo Glass from Aged in Ore. William Devilar got it! 7, you are absolutely correct, sir. Congratulations. You are now the proud new owner of a Duo Glass from Aged in Ore. Congratulations. Awesome work. I think you're going to enjoy this class. Ooh. Jeffrey Wack did the correct spelling of it too, though. S-E-7-E-N. Jeff, I'll send you a glass too. They hooked me up with 4 of them, so I want to save a couple more to do giveaways in the future for you guys. So, Jeff, I got one for you. Jeff and William, email me at bourbinsane@gmail.com. Send me your shipping information. I'll get these sent out to you. I'm telling you, you guys are going to like these glasses, especially if you guys like cocktails. You're really going to like it. He spelled it wrong. I got you, Jeffrey. Don't worry. I got you hooked up too. Don't worry. Joseph, I know. Well played. Well played. But I got 2 more to go down the road. So 2 more for you guys. So make sure you tune into future live streams. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out today. This was awesome. Thank you so much to John, Capn MakeItHappn. Thank you so much for the samples. Also to Christopher David, my patron. Thank you so much for sending me the samples too. I had no idea those were coming along with the rest of it. I mean, shout out to the whiskey community. You guys are all awesome. I love every one of you. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to have a new review coming out probably like 11 o'clock. I was doing Irish month, but I'm kind of... I love Irish, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm ready to move on to bourbon again. I did a Russell's Reserve last time. I think I want to do another bourbon, so we'll see. We'll see. But thank you guys all so much for coming in. Excellent stream to Eric and Chad. Thank you guys both for being here too. Great night tonight. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace, guys.